Israeli tanks near the Lebanon border, rocket trails in the sky, civilians filling southern towns. Tensions are boiling over along Israel's northern border. Skirmishes between Israeli forces and Hezbollah militants have escalated dramatically, sparking growing fears that a full-scale war between Israel and Lebanon could erupt, dragging the region into deeper chaos. Explosions near border villages, black smoke rising from hillside towns. The past few weeks have seen an intense inches of fire, with rockets, drone strikes, and artillery barrage hitting both sides of the blue line, the de facto border between Israel and Lebanon. What's happening on the ground? IDF soldiers deploying, Hezbollah fighters in rural terrain, civilian evacuation. Hezbollah has fired over 1,000 rockets and drones into northern Israel this month, targeting military outposts, communications towers, and civilian areas in towns like Kiryat Shmona and Metula. Israel has responded with airstrikes and artillery on suspected Hezbollah launch sites and armed depots inside southern Lebanon. Damages home, displaced families crossing checkpoints. Tens of thousands of civilians on both sides have been forced to flee, as the violence becomes the most intense since the 2006 Israel-Hezbollah war. Israel's warning and military build-up. Israeli Prime Minister addressing the nation, Iron Dome intercept tank being moved north. Israeli officials say that they will not tolerate continued attacks, warning that the border ground offensive is on the table. The Israeli Defense Force (IDF) have moved thousands of troops and tanks northward, and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said Israel is prepared to act with full force if Hezbollah crosses certain red lines. We are not seeking escalation, but we will respond with overwhelming strength to any threat against our people. Hezbollah strategy and Iran's role. Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah is speaking military gatherings, Iranian flags at rallies. Hezbollah, the Iran-backed military group and political faction in Lebanon, saying it is acting solidarity with Palestinians in Gaza and in opposition in Israeli air campaigns in the West Bank and southern Lebanon. US and Israeli intelligence suggests that Hezbollah may be testing Israel's limits while Iran continues to supply weapons, drones, and funding, raising concerns that Tehran could trigger a wider regional war by proxy. Iranian official denying direct involvement, US intelligence satellite images. United Nations emergency meeting, US State Department briefing, French President speaking. The international community is watching with alarm. The United Nations has called for maximum restraint while the United States has sent additional military assets to the Eastern Mediterranean to deter escalation. US State Dept say that Hezbollah must cease its attacks immediately. The path to de-escalation begins with resistance. Arab League statements protest in Beirut, civilians demanding peace. Meanwhile, regional governments from Egypt to Jordan to the Gulf states are urging both sides to avoid plunging the Middle East into a border multi-front war. What's the shake? Map showing Lebanon-Israel border, Gaza, Syria, and Iranian missiles range. The stakes are high, and the risks go far beyond Israel and Hezbollah. Analysts warn that a large war could destabilize Lebanon's already fragile economy, disrupt global oil shipments through the Eastern Mediterranean, and drag in other Iranian-backed groups in Syria, Iraq, and or even Yemen. Timeline of recent conflicts, civilian interviews, military analysts discussing outcomes. This is not just another border flare-up, it's a potential tipping point in a region already on edge from years of proxy wars, connection, and shifting alliance. Will Israel and Hezbollah spiral into full-scale war? For now, both sides are locked in a dangerous game of brinksmanship. Whether diplomacy can defuse the crisis or if the region sides into yet another war may be decided in the days ahead. Stay with us for ongoing updates on Israel, Lebanon, and the border Middle East right here. Like, share, subscribe for global conflict coverage.